Hi, I'm Cathy Ginsberg, and welcome to this gratitude moment. Gratitude is really important, especially in these times when we're all undergoing so much stress and disruption in our lives. When we make a practice of feeling gratitude and expressing gratitude, it actually helps us to deal with stress. It helps us to build resilience. And for that reason, I've been talking for the last few weeks with fellow entrepreneurs and friends and colleagues about gratitude. And today I'm really happy to welcome Dr. Hoda Kilani, who is a certified professional career coach and the owner and founder of Right Career Fit. So welcome, Hoda. How are you today?
Well, I want to thank you for interviewing me. I'm always excited to talk about being thankful in this time because many people are going through challenges that need to be reminded of thankfulness and being grateful for what we have. Gratefulness in my business. As soon as my clients get to know me, they know that I love songs and I love quotations. And the inspirational song for me that I use with them once they come to me and saying, well, I don't know if I'm ever going to find a job and really not happy about what's happening. I just say, let's stop and remember about what is important right here. Everyone who works with a career coach, who focuses on the job search campaign, they will eventually find a job like that. There's no problem there. It just might take time. And this is where I introduce a song by Nickelback. And I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's the name of it is If Today Is Your Last Day. It's a very inspirational song. The lyrics are inspirational. They talk about if today's the last moment in your life, what would you do? And it just makes you sit back and think about what is important. The lyrics are inspirational, and the video, like there's a couple guys who goes just spreading notes, reminding people to smile, to call an old friend. And so we use that song to practice
Oh,
gratitude
wow.
and
That's
thankfulness.
fascinating. I'll have to look up that song. That sounds really good. I mean, music as another kind of tool for getting us, out of ourselves and to become more resilient and, able to deal with the stress in our lives. Music is huge, and songs and the lyrics and so on. So that's really interesting to know. What do you particularly feel grateful for right now at this moment?
Oh, like I'm so grateful that my family is around me. My mom moved in with me because of COVID. She, instead of staying in a retirement home, I said, come stay with us for now. And it's nice to have family around in these moments. It just makes you grateful to have that support, really. We all support each other. It just makes you a happier person, I think. But every morning I'm grateful for the little things, the ability to be able to go for a walk without a mask. And this is what I do, and this is what I remind my clients is, the little things. If you can have a cup of coffee, or the other day a client got an eggnog latte before we started our meeting, and I'm like, this, you can be grateful for that, right?
Yes, it's so true. It's so often those little things that we very easily take them for granted. But when we actually notice them and realize it's something to feel grateful for, I think that's what can really make a big difference in our moods. And I wonder how you find that, because you work with clients a lot, helping them with their career direction, helping them to land that next job. I would think that there's a lot of room along that path for gratitude. What do you think?
Absolutely. I mean, sometimes I get clients very desperate. They have been doing the job search campaign on their own, and they're saying, I'm desperate. I can't take this anymore. Well, the first thing, of course, we would look at is their finances and say, like, can you survive for the next 6 months? How is that going? And if we find that, yes, I have enough money to do that, and I don't do their finances, but I encourage them to either look at it themselves, of course, or talk to a financial person, then I say you've got, you can be thankful for that, and that you have room to say, I want this job. No, I don't want that job, because 6 months is plenty of time to find a job. And so we always look at the little things to start. I always try to again, focus on the moment. Are you doing everything you need to do? You know, filling out resumes, networking. Networking is, of course, we all know is the number one thing. And this is what we focus on, because talking to other people, whether you they help you land a job or not, you get motivated in that. There are opportunities out there. You just have to know where to look.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And sometimes they are not happy at work, like the job they're doing, they're not happy. And this is where career direction comes in.
Yes.
Okay, so I can't see myself going back to the same old job, or, you know, say doing the same things. And this is where, of course, my role in career direction comes in. And
Yeah. Helping
yeah,
them find that direction. And it's a lot of it's self-understanding, self-awareness, self-knowledge, I suppose, isn't it? But also I kind of feel, because I do some of the same type of work with clients too, helping people find direction and understanding what it is that you've got already, that, and being able to express some gratitude for that, I think can be a big step in helping them move on to that next step in their career.
absolutely. And for me, I encourage them to create what I call an education career portfolio. And I add the word education it's because I work with young adults, ages 14 to 25,
Mm-hmm.
mostly. But a portfolio would include everything they have accomplished so far, plus everything that they did accomplish, whether they liked it or not. So that's the, but looking at your accomplishments of the past year, I mean, I'm sure you have accomplished so much in the past year. You know, just looking at it will give you a boost in that, wow, I have done all of this. I didn't realize that. So creating a portfolio that they can include anything they want. It can include a resume and the cover letters they're using for their job search campaign as well. But the focus is on the accomplishments. What have you done in the past year? And each and every one of us has done something. I mean, if you are not sitting idle in your room 24 hours a day, you have accomplished something. And looking at that portfolio, it just gives you that motivational boost, is that I am thankful for what I have accomplished. So that portfolio, to me, any client working with me, is important to create. And I encourage them to keep using it, you know, after they stop working with me. Some do and come back to me. It's like, can I include that in the portfolio? And I have to remind them, it is your portfolio. So you organize it, be creative with it your way, whether it's a hard copy or a virtual copy.
Yeah, yeah. And actually, that's a good point. So looking back, recognizing achievements and being thankful for having achieved things, or even like being grateful to yourself as well, I think, for the fact that you've taken the effort to learn, to grow, to take action, even in difficult times. I think this, we're approaching the end right now of 2020. So I'm sure a lot of people are looking back thinking, what did I accomplish? But what you're saying is, even if you feel like when you first look at it, you think you haven't really done much, I'm sure you have. Like, that's true. You look back at what people have adapted to even this year. It's quite amazing. What I've seen with clients and colleagues and people such as yourself, business owners, what people have accomplished. I'm amazed at what people have been able to accomplish in very difficult circumstances.
This year has been very unique, yes, to us coaches and to everyone else, is that challenging us to think outside the box and how can we continue to grow our businesses. But also for clients looking to work online. I mean, I've had clients who didn't know how to use Zoom or how to log into Zoom. So I've had to train them with that for their interviews and other, like the Google Meet apps and other apps. So yeah, it's been adapting. I call it resilience. My word of the year is resilience, really. It's just that persistence to say, I can do it, and to move forward.
Yes, definitely. Resilience has been huge. And I think that's one reason why I started doing this little video series, because just reading about gratitude and realizing it does build resilience, actually having a practice of gratitude and remembering to be thankful to ourselves, but also to other people that have helped us along the way. And just even for small things, like you said, being able to go for a walk, or maybe the sun is shining today, and that lifts our spirits. And when our spirits are lifted, we're that much better able to deal with the challenges that we know are going to be facing us.
Absolutely. And one more tip I give my client is that take 15-second breaks, just to think about, how's my day going so far, and how can I make it to feel better? Like, what can I do to make myself feel better?
Mm-hmm. Right. So is there anything else that you'd like to talk about today, Hoda, as before you wrap up? Anything that hasn't come to mind yet that you'd like to bring up?
I just want to thank you for doing this. I really appreciate what you're doing, and I do watch them every time I see them posted on LinkedIn. So keep
That's
doing what you're doing. I'm very proud of this moment of gratitude that you are doing. It's definitely not a waste of your time.
yeah. Well, thank you so much, because honestly, I did it because I felt there was a need, and I want, just trying to bring up the level of happiness and resilience and positivity out there, because it's been such a tough year. I think I would say 99.999% of people across the world have had a really tough year. So for all of us, that's, the whole idea. So thank you, Hoda, so much for joining me today. I really appreciate your time. And we'll talk again soon, I know.
Thank you for having me,
Oh,
Cathy.
yes.